This year's Christmas dinner comes mainly from our No Dig Norfolk garden. In 2025, we made one simple change to our composting system, and this gave us our best harvest ever. Last year, we brought home one trophy from our local garden show. The question is, did we manage to retain it? Today, as we fill this basket together, I want to show you what changed and share 5 lessons that I've learnt that you can use to grow more food in 2026. First change we made was how we fed the soil life. Remember back in January, I managed to get a hold of some goat manure. It was already well rotted. And what I did was to add that to our compost. That was then spread over our no dig beds. And I've got to say, we've had some of the best harvests ever this year. Just look at these leeks. The onions that we actually grew this year, they were absolutely huge. These leeks did really well for us at our local garden show. So lesson number 1 is to feed your soil, and your soil will feed you. I often get asked about, can you grow parsnips in no dig beds? There's your answer. And then while we're here, we shall have a celeriac too, because I think Mrs. W is going to do a lovely celeriac soup. The next challenge that we actually had was, how can we grow more food? We love the way that our garden looks, and actually to open up another 12 or 14 bed would spoil the layout of the garden. But as ever, Mrs. W had the answers. She actually found some pallet collars that we were able to utilize. These raised beds are quite rough and ready. Was there more we could do to them? Of course there was. Aesthetically, you can make anything look really good. But actually, I just want to grow food. If these had cost me hundreds of pounds, it would have been a different matter. But it didn't. I just wanted to fill them up and grow as much food as we could. And boy, did we grow some food. From the 4 beds that we have, we've harvested cabbages, onions, beetroots, peas, turnips. We've had carrots, lettuce, and of course, an absolutely magnificent harvest of sweet potatoes. Don't aim for perfection. Just get going. Start growing some things. You can always add to things later and make things better. So tip number 2 is imperfection is fine. Some of our food is in containers. And we did this on purpose. We grew lots of food in containers in 2025. It's another way for us to grow more food without actually making more new beds in our garden. But it does go to prove the point. For you guys that would like to grow your own food but think you can't, it's amazing just what you can grow in containers, as you can see here. And whether you have a patio, a balcony, just a driveway, doesn't really matter. You might not be able to grow every piece of food that you eat, but you can grow more than you think. So lesson 3 is use what you can. Every space counts. Experiments. This is a Zabroon shallot, and this is how we would normally grow them as single plants, and they give you a nice sizable shallot. But this year we experimented by multi-sowing them, and this was a typical harvest from the 4 that were in the clump. And if I hold them like that, this was the big one. And you can see that in the same space, you have more shallot and just the one single one. Yes, this looks impressive, but there looks so much more here. And the other thing is that we very rarely need to use a whole large shallot. Of course, the advantage is that you use less compost because you're sowing 5 or 6 seeds in one cell, and they take up less space in your plots. Regardless whether you grow them like this, singularly, they need 9 inches between them. But actually, when you grow them multi-sown like this, you still only need 9 inches between them. So lesson 4. Pick one experiment to try in 2026. Push the boundaries. See just what you can do in your veg patch. And then there was the surprise for myself and Mrs. W in 2025. As I said earlier, we had an absolutely bumper harvest of onions and of leeks. Here is one of the onions. This secured that trophy once again that we won last year. But we didn't just get the one. A combination of these onions and our amazing leeks. They secured a second trophy. Yes, it's official, folks. Self and Mrs. W, we are double winners of our local flower and veg show. So my tip here is get involved with the community. We met so many great people, all growing their own vegetables. You get to talk to them, share your experiences, and you never know, you might just win trophies, just like this. This cauliflower has harvested just at the right time for us to be able to enjoy on Christmas Day. I have had to experiment actually with the sowing dates. Last year we didn't get this harvest until January, but I just brought the sowing date forward by a couple of weeks. And of course that now means that we do have this harvest ready to enjoy on Christmas Day. But actually 2025 proved a bumper year for just about everything that we grew. The only failure we really had were our red onions. And I'm happy to say that wasn't our fault. The seed that we were sent actually weren't the variety that we were expecting. And consequently, we only had about 2 or 3 red onions in 2025. Had we been sent our normal red baron, pretty positive that we would have had an amazing harvest of those, as we do most years. But that didn't make us too unhappy. We had plenty of white onions. We had great harvests of things like the Oreo cauliflower, the cabbages that we had earlier on in the year, and of course, those amazing sweet potatoes. There were many highlights for 2025, and that's just a few of them. Well, I do hope that you actually had one of your best harvests too. So here's your cheat code for 2026. Feed your soil life. Because when you do that, you get amazing harvests just like this. Keep it simple. Grow what you like. Don't try and grow things that you don't like. You'll only be disappointed. And most importantly, if you haven't started yet, start right where you are. Don't worry about making 4 big plots like myself and Mrs. W have got. Start small, start growing. You can add to it as the season goes. Back in the kitchen, we've got a bit of prepping to do. But as I stand here looking at just what we've harvested, it reminds me that we don't grow all this food for the prizes. They're wonderful to have, but that's not the reason why we grow all of this wonderful produce. It's for calmness, for food security, knowing that we can share a meal together, that between us, we're both grown. If you want to have your best growing year ever in 2026, we have 2 things that can help you. Linked below is our 2026 Vegetable Sowing Calendar. And secondly, and this is most important, do make sure that you're subscribed to our channel, and then you won't miss a single upload that we put out there. Remember this? This was the sloe gin that we started off, I think it was sort of the end of September.
It was, yeah. Yeah.
And that's now ready for us to be able to drink, taking on the wonderful flavours of the sloes. What we would like to say is a really big thank you to each and every one of you for watching our channel. It's been a super year for the No Dig Norfolk Gardener channel, with over 500,000 views, and we've actually gained a bit over 5,000 subscribers since January. As we go into the new year, 2026, we'll see some changes to our No Dig Norfolk garden, and hopefully you'll be watching so that you can follow along with us. But that's for the future. For now, we'd both just like to wish you and your families a very, very Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas!